Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all doing all right? I hope y'all doing good today. Oh, it's beautiful. Another airplane. Look at that. Man, I just been getting lucky. I don't see this one, but he's up. Oh, there he is. Cool. Hey, the visual went really well from what I hear. For Sebastian and Drake Rogers. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Was the visual itself. And then a few other things that were brought up in the parents' conversation with the news, you know, trying to say that the video had something to do with it. I worked about 5 hours on that video to lighten it up, take the color out, make it look like daytime, which I think I did a pretty good job, actually. I'm going to post it for y'all, and y'all can clearly see the man's, you know, his porch light is on and comes on and all that. I mean, y'all all know, but I just don't get why they're doing this. I don't get why they're running with this when they, you know, the one thing that bothered me was when Chris was asked a question about, do you think someone knows? Does someone know? And hold the answer, right? Does someone know where Sebastian is or what happened to Sebastian? Does someone know? And he says, I don't know. We need to run the video down. I don't want to speculate. Dude, you've been speculating since day one. Oh, it's going to be studied for years. He walked out that door. He walked out that front door. That's what they've been going by since day one. Man, have they changed? Have they changed? Has the fear set in? I believe so. I think those are cell block tears, not tears of broken heart, right? Tears of maybe broken heart that they won't get to spend, you know, time together once it goes down, right? But man, look at that cloud, that white one. Oh wow, that's so pretty. Huh. But you know, one thing I do want to discuss. I'm trigger warning's got 100 million guys. But anyway, allegedly, these are my opinions. Just a big alleged, but we'll take it at that. Y'all's comment, y'all's and y'all's alone, not your fuck channel. We do our research together because we're a big-hearted little family, and we care about this young man and the whereabouts, right? And so, one thing I really wanted to discuss a little bit before tonight, because I'm gonna do 3 CPS missing cases. 3 cases that have CPS involved where the children are missing, right? Y'all probably know those 3, and it's good because I haven't done one about these 3 together yet. So we need to keep Stephanie Daran in our prayers and thoughts. We need to keep Summer Wells in our prayers and thoughts, and we need to keep Sebastian and Drake Rogers in our prayers and thoughts, right? So, you know, watching, I got a few highlights of the visual and a few things. You know, it looked like it was really pretty. Here Seth goes again, keeping his son's name alive. And again, I don't believe Mama Bear and Papa Step Bear were there. I don't think so. I just didn't see them anyway. I don't even know if they haven't gone to one anyway, so I didn't think they would go to one. But you know, the crazy thing is that they put all this stuff out and didn't even go, right? Like, they should have been begging Seth to come, something, right? It's just frustrating as heck because watching them and watching their face express. Sorry, the wind is bad, guys. Y'all mind, I can hear me that well. I don't have my earbuds in right now. But, you know, watching these 2 and really watching, right? Like paying attention to the closing the eyes, the taking the deep breath. You know, one thing in that interview with the news that really struck me as odd. Well, it didn't really strike me as odd, actually. I figured it was going to come, but just in this form of it, though, like the caliber of it was, if you realize that every time Katie seemed to get stuck on something or kind of went blank, right? What did he do? He bailed her out with the next topic. You know, quirky one-liners and, you know, green tea. And every time she needed a bailout, he bailed her out. I bet they studied for this like homework. Okay, this is what we're going to say. You're going to talk about this a little bit, and then we're going to switch. You're going to talk about this a little bit, you're going to switch, right? And I'm going to bring it up. I'll help you. I got your back. I got your back. That's what it looked like, right? That's exactly what it looked like. Hold on, boo. I'm going to sit down a minute. Get over here. I'm tired. All right. Anyway, I've walked a lot today. I did want to say that, you know, watching this, watching the bailouts, watching all these things happen, it didn't surprise me one bit. It really didn't. It just really put icing on the cake, right? She still did not try to do anything to really spread awareness, right? She just went off of public opinion. She's asking everybody, please don't forget about Sebastian. Who ghosted this child in the very beginning? Remember March, right? When she burned off to do Nancy Grace and they were gone. I'm searching anywhere and everywhere. You searched in that camper? That's all you searched, was that camper and that morning riding around by the school and the other places. But remember, you said it was too late, right? You already clearly said that. You've told us that since day one, that y'all spoke. Not day one, but day one when y'all spoke. And they're trying to flip this around like nobody's business. But you know what? We're not going to let them. I'm not going to let them. I'm not going to let them change now what they, public opinion, like they want to change and switch this all around. Like, oh, we have to keep his face and we have, thank you everybody. You've been saying that when you were threatening everyone. When you were trying to sue everyone, when you were, you know, when you were shutting up the voice that was there, boots on the ground, hollering this young man, your son's name, you take her to court, right? Like, and I don't know the whole story on that, but I'm just saying, she still was spreading awareness. Everybody's spreading awareness. And they're trying to silence so many people. Now what changed? Now they need everybody on their side, right? And that's not going to happen. They got their little group, right? They got their little group. They do. I'm not going to say they don't have their little group, and that's fine. That's okay. That's their little group. But the major army is on Sebastian's side. And the platoon, right? The cavalry, everybody's on Sebastian's side, and they have their little group. And it's like Summer Wells. They had their little group, right? And everybody else is on Summer Wells' side. Just because they're silent don't mean they're not still praying for this child behind closed doors. People aren't still secretly searching or trying to spread awareness in other ways, right? We don't let these cases go. We can't let them go. But the one that's not getting hardly any attention is Stephanie, little Stephanie. Their father knows something. Just like to me, Katie knows something. She was the last one there. She was awake when supposedly he vanished, right? Like she if they're correct, they just got off the phone around midnight. So she still had to put the dogs up and all that and go to bed. So, you know, it's just so sad that they're running with this video. Because they got nothing else to hold on. It's kind of like the Brian Koberger case, right? Right now, they're trying to grab anything they can grab and throw everything they can throw, whether it's debunked or not, out there. And we're not buying it. Just like I don't think, Judge Hippler's buying it on the other end, on that case. But where do we go from here? How are we going to get the answers? Because I've always felt like law enforcement has something really good. And, one thing I can say is before this vigil, if you listen to Seth on that little clip that they posted on the news, their Nashville news, what did he say? My son is alive and I'm going to find him. Okay, what does he know? Remember, he said that law enforcement gave him a 150% boost of confidence. So that really leads me to believe maybe, just maybe, somehow, some way, they got something that shows this child. But then again, why would they be? I don't know. If they had saw, I don't know. I think arrest would have came. I think unless they're trying to wait this out until they can locate him before they make arrests. You know, sometimes they want to make sure they get him and he's safe before they make an arrest. And that, I understand that. And, you know, if they feel that he's not in any, you know, bad threat or danger, they're just trying to locate where they put this child, then that makes sense, right? It would make sense. It would make sense. But the one thing that I keep going back to is the one thing they haven't debunked, and that's the flashlight I call it Tinkerbell video. And if you notice, the two bears on the other side, step bear and mama bear, they sure are quiet about that one. Why come they're not digging on the one that looks like it could be possibly something, right? Possibly something. Why aren't they going off of that one? Why aren't they trying to run those leads down? Why aren't they trying to run that video down? Why aren't they having their PI investigate that video? Make that make sense. They're going off a video that's been debunked, but not off the one that holds an answer or a clue. Why not? Because they're scared of that video. Tinkerbell is scared of that video because I think it's Tinkerbell. and step Tinker Toes. I really do. But I would like to see them now come out and try to say, hey, we're gonna run this one down. We need to check this one out and make sure. Not the one that the man's walking his dog. Leave the poor man alone. I mean, my gosh, leave him alone. He's been vetted. He's been cleared. He's been checked. I mean, my God, it's just a man that walks his dog that lives in that neighborhood. It's one of your neighbors. And Sebastian wasn't hiding behind a car. Oh, they're just trying to do anything. They're out of things to do. They got one they can really run down, and that's that video with Tinkerbell. Why don't they run it down? I'm lost on that. But Sebastian deserves better. And you know, for her to sit there and say we want him home, do you think that there's any judge in the state of Tennessee that's going to allow you to take that child back home? I don't believe so. For one, you're going to have to go through Seth to get him. I can tell you that right now. And probably a mountain of army, all Sebastian's army. And probably no telling how many lawyers and no telling how many. Yeah, you can want to get him home and smell him and all this stuff when you picked on him and made fun of him and allowed your husband to beat on him and CPS to be called and your name to be put on the CPS reports and allowed it over and over and over again. You ghosted this child. You never begged for this child. Y'all talk bad about him, R words, all these other things, but yet now you want to smell him and hug him? Where was this on day one? It doesn't work this way. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't work this way. You don't work backwards. You beg for your child in the beginning. Gabby Petito's families, right? They all came together. I've said it before. Riley Strand's families came together. You know, there's so many of them. They put their differences aside. It's about finding their child, not picking on him and calling him names and calling him goofy. Man, that wind is blowing like 70 miles an hour all of a sudden. I sit down to do a video. Is that a sign? Maybe. Blow, that's what I say. Blow, wind, blow. Southern old wind. Blow like you're never going to blow again, right? But, I don't know, guys. I've been thinking about it all day. Like, some of the things they said, I just want them to I want them to snap, click, pop, whatever it takes, and run down Tinkerbell for me. You get y'all guys on Tinkerbell. Let's see what he can do on that one. Let's see if he can get the real answers. And you know, I don't know. I hope the truth comes out. I hope this young man is found. I really do. But it's been a year. You know, but we have to keep spreading his name no matter what. We need to start spreading all their names more. Just so much to this case that it's two-sided, and they made it that way. We didn't, they did. But they blamed everyone else, but they're the ones that made it one-sided, and now they're trying to. Now they made it, you know, two-sided, and now they're wanting to try to get back on the other side, and it don't work that way. The bridge has already been taken down. There's no more bridge going back to the other side for y'all. Y'all ghosted this kid. You know, why doesn't Chris answer the questions, right? Why doesn't he answer the questions that everybody wants to know? Just be honest. You know, I know he has a problem with that, but I'm just saying, be honest for once in this entire case, and maybe your life, just be honest. You know, you would think that when all this came out, we know that they tried to keep people from searching for this child. They didn't want it to blow up, and now that it is, look what they're doing. I bet they're the ones wearing diapers right now. And I bet they're carrying a lot of Kleenex too, but not for why we would be carrying Kleenex, but you know, it's about freedom. You fight for freedom, but you don't fight for your kid. Makes no sense. And now you're fighting for your own freedom. That's what I see. But that's why are you fighting for your own freedom now? Because you didn't fight for your child. That's why. Look at that sun coming through. The dark hole, right? When them doors close, okay. Man, oh man. Justice will come in this case. I think they know that they can't let this not. Even if it's neglect and abuse, whatever it takes, they can be charged with that. You cannot, I still don't know how they haven't arrested him for, you know, CPS not have made sure that he's been arrested for what he did to Sebastian. You know, he's autistic. You cannot touch him with the belt. So, and I mean, not only has he admitted it, it's on the CPS reports, and teachers and everybody know. So, not like he can get around it now. But I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? I know we talk about this case a lot, and we kind of keep it in the forefront, which is what we need to do. We need to keep it out there, keep the pressure on, keep the heat up. Time to turn up a little more heat, I feel. But tonight, we're going to turn up heat in a different way. And we're going to do a little bit different video tonight than I think we've ever done. And we'll see how it goes. So, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. And legends of my opinion, remember that. Justice for Sebastian Rogers. Justice for all of us and all the runaways. They run for a reason. If he'd have ran, I wouldn't have blamed him. But he didn't run because he'd have been caught on camera, and he'd have been caught by dogs, right? He would have. The dogs would have got his scent. You know, no matter what, they would have got his scent. They got his scent in the house, so it tells me that they had his scent. There was no scent outside, which is really sad because that means this kid didn't have a favorite spot outside to play. He didn't have a playground. He didn't have a little swing set. He didn't have nothing. Stop! He didn't have nothing. You're gonna step on those thorns. You better watch it. That's gonna hurt you, girl. She stepped right in a thing of like a cactus thing, like not cactus, but you know those like milkweed things that got little spines on them? She stepped right on it. I try to tell you. Poor baby. Come on, get away from there. You're gonna get it again. Anyway, you know, I don't know. I think that, man, oh man, when this comes out, it's going to be something when the truth comes out. I don't know what will come out, but I know some justice is coming one way, shape, form, another, something, right? What is that, Ruby? That's rusted metal. That's like an old spade. Huh. Alright. It's like an old shovel head. We've been doing some metal detecting today. I'm gonna show some of these footages of this. I never really show the metal detecting, but we're gonna show it. I just gotta get them ready. But I gotta get out of here first and get more battery packs. I'm almost out of battery, so gotta do that. And then, you know, I don't know, guys. I'm just frustrated by their interviews and some of the things that they said in there, and the pausing. And what's up with the pausing? You want everybody to pause. Pause for what? You want us to forgive you for the things, the way that y'all treated this young man? It doesn't happen that way. The one you need to be asking for forgiveness for is from God and from Seth and Sebastian. That's the ones you need to be worried about, if they forgive you or not. Our opinions don't matter to you. It's Sebastian's opinion should matter to you. Seth's opinion should matter to you, and what he thinks of y'all. Because remember, he has the documents. He knows what y'all did to his son, and what you allowed Chris to do to his son. He knows the answers, and that's why you're not wanting to deal with him. And he was still willing to deal with y'all afterwards, just because he wants to get close enough to try to find the truth. What people will do for their kids, right? And then what people that don't care about their kids will do. I mean, the answers are right in front of us, guys. All right, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Enough yapping before I get in trouble. We'll talk soon, guys. All right, guys, y'all be good. Be safe. We love y'all, guys. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for everything. We'll see y'all tonight for Fire Chat. And justice for Sebastian Rogers and for all. All right, guys, we'll talk on the next one. Bye.